everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will boot it away to start the game. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Michigan's offense takes the field. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame you can really utilize.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early.
Lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're scaring at third. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback checking off. On third down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Trudovsky. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial on plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Caught in the backfield, it's Henson. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, just keeps firing. Grab near the sticks. It's Odom. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Out of the gun. The running back has it. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
To the ground with the back. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So Oregon's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And who says you can't find big-time tight ends anymore? Both of these teams certainly have.
In modern college football, Reese, tight ends are becoming a bigger and bigger part of offenses. And what a treat today. We get two of the best in the nation.
Yeah, going head-to-head, catch for catch. I'll be interested to see which offense uses them differently and can find ways to maximize these guys' strengths because they're ballers.
Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw.
Offside defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Off the play fake. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make?
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Quarterback checking the play. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the catch. It's Trudowski. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Direct snap. just steamrolling the defense. Afterburners coming. The 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown Wolverines. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final touch, courtesy of that 76-yard sprint to the house. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back. And he could not get loose on the run. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
On third down, going up top. It's complete to the right. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, it's a nice pickup on the play by the tight end there, but how about that massive hit on defense, keeping the tight end short of picking up that first down?
Pulls it in. It's Garrett. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Between the uprights, it's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by a field goal over Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Just steamrolling his way through. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns.
He's loose. He's at the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. He's got the back in the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the Ducks look to do some damage in the red zone. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield. If he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And the return man just kept finding alleys to run in, and he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Going up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Odom. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Really nice timing on that throw by the quarterback. Took his steps, he hitched, he got rid of it quickly on the line, put it on his guy running straight down the field, and he's able to catch it in the end zone.
This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on 1st down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. From the gun, the running back working for room. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half. Here and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like you've had an enjoyable day there today in Eugene. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's caught. At the 45 on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And it's caught! Touchdown, Oregon! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it.
Wake up, man. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's got it on the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Keeps the play going. At the 40, there he goes. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The Wolverines are flying down the field. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got it down the middle. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score Michigan 35, Oregon 7.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be...
Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. Now on second down after the good first down run. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Makes the grab on the left side. Off he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolverine. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up by 17 over Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. We'll see what the call is.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap kick. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. Comes out throwing on first down. Takes an easy one to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Let's see what they've got on second down.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win them.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Across the 25, he's got room. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Offense in an empty set. They want to just keep throwing it. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And the punishment has been extended. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
24.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Coming after it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear-end chewing. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
And that's got to be a big-time break because when you're a punt returner and you got all those guys flying down there and all those hands and all that speed on the field, it's hard to get back on the football. Nice job fumbling it. Not really, obviously, but a nice job recovering it.
He'll take the deep shot. He's got it down the left. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
To the air on first down. Quickly complete. Stopped after making the catch.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself.
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.